Hello everybody, welcome to Ink and Bourbon. This is Patrick Leclerc. Today I'm going to do a video following up on something I did a little while back. I did a video for authors on how to deal with bad reviews, because that's kind of an important part of the process of being an author in this interconnected age. You're going to see a lot of reviews. Some of them are going to be bad, and you need to learn how to deal with them. So that's an essential skill in being an author. So today I'm going to talk about it from the other end. I'm going to talk about it from the reviewer's end. Not just about bad reviews, but about reviews in general, the value of reviews, and some what I consider basic review etiquette, and how to make your review serve a purpose. So I cannot overstate the importance of reviews for authors. Most people today are shopping for books online, and the online algorithms are very much working on a number of reviews. They're going to push things that are popular and that are highly rated and that have a lot of reviews. So if you're browsing, things that are going to be suggested to you that are similar to stuff you've read, at the top of the heap are going to be the things that have more reviews. They're going to be pushed towards you. So if you read a book and you really like it, and you really like the author, and you want to help them out, one of the best things you can do is leave a review, because that's going to increase visibility for that author's books. They're going to sell more books, and it's going to expand their readership, and it's going to be very helpful. So yeah, absolutely. It's one of the most helpful things you can do. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to write a dissertation on it. You don't have to write a big long thing on it. Paragraph about what you liked. And that's really helpful. If you can't leave a review, even a rating is helpful. A rating takes seconds. And it's something. It adds to the overall visibility of the book. So yeah, it's going to be a helpful thing. Now, if you don't like the book, should you leave a review? Yeah, it depends. It depends how much you don't like the book. So was it just not for you? Was it not a bad book, but not something you'd seek out again? Maybe it's not worth your effort to sit down and write something. But if you really didn't like it, and you feel that if the book wronged you, if the book hurt you in some way, absolutely leave a review. If you agreed to give a review, you should leave a review. So, it's what a review is going to do for the future readers is it's going to help steer them towards books and give them an idea of whether it's going to be something they like. And that's a service, whether good or bad, that you're doing to other readers. So it's going to help the author if you give them good reviews. It's going to help the reader if you give any reviews. It's going to help visibility if you just do a rating. So that's the net practical value of reviews. So a couple of things about review etiquette, and this is me. This isn't based on any conventions or anything like that. This is just views expressed here are mine and mine alone. So I think one of the worst things you can do is don't review or rate a book that you haven't read. There was a lot of this a while back. I don't know if it's still going on. It happened a lot on Goodreads a while back. Some authors had either, because of a political stance they had taken or a perceived political stance, or because of an interaction with a reader, or because somebody else read the book and had this issue with it, a lot of people went and just carpet bombed their reviews. and were giving 1-star reviews for books they hadn't read. Sometimes books which weren't even in wide release yet. Don't do that. Just don't do that. It's fine if you read the book and it offends you and it mortally offends you and you think it's terrible and you want to give it a bad review. Absolutely. Don't review a book you haven't read. It's the same as the people who, a couple years ago, when Captain Marvel, the movie, was coming out, a bunch of people decided they didn't like it before it had hit the theaters. They had just made up their minds and they gave it negative reviews. Don't review something you don't know. Just don't do it. If you don't want to see it, you don't see it. That's fine. If you see it and you hate it, absolutely. But be your own person. Don't jump on a bandwagon and decide to hate something because somebody else hated it and you saw what they hated about it and decided, you know, I hate that too. Don't be that person. It's just, it's very disingenuous to give a bad review for something you haven't actually experienced, be it a book, a movie, whatever. Don't do that. So that's the first thing that really bothers me. The second thing is, if you're going to give a critique or a review of a book, I always ask myself, if I'm going to give something negative, is it a me problem or is it a book problem? If you picked up a book expecting something and got something very different, I usually will not rate those negatively. It's not what I thought it was. That's on me. Maybe that's on the marketing. Maybe it looked like an epic fantasy and it wound up being, you know, more of a romance or more of a young adult thing, or it went in a direction I didn't expect. But if it's not badly written and it's a good whatever it was, I don't punish an author for that. And I don't think you should punish an author for that if it's just not your cup of tea. This thing happens kind of a lot it happens less that you buy a random book that's not your preference. It happens a lot in competitions and story contests. Because you agree to read these 10 books, and maybe 1 or 2 of them are not books you'd ever pick up on your own. It's not your kind of thing. You don't like it. That I tend to go easier on those. You know, don't rate it highly if it's not your thing, but understand the difference between this is a young adult and I hate young adult versus this is a bad book and I don't like bad books. So, like I said, ask, is this a me problem or a book problem? And the one other thing is that the drive-by ratings. This is a pet peeve I have. There's nothing wrong with just clicking a rating. It takes 2 seconds. You finish a book, you click a rating, you move on with your life if you don't have time to write a review. And I get that for 3-star books, 3, 4 stars. It was okay. It was fine. It wasn't great. It was fine. I don't have strong opinions. If you have a 1-star or a 5-star, and more so the 1-star, and you don't review it, it seems fishy to me. To give a book 1 star, the book has to have wronged me in some way. It's like, show me on the book, show me on the doll where the book hurt you. That's got to be the kind of thing. It's got to have really offended you, or just been bad, and just like egregious writing problems. And for me to give a book a 1-star review, it has to have offended me in some way. It just, either with it's just bad writing, or a really bad take on something, or, you know, just have gone beyond just, I didn't enjoy it. It has to really bother me. And if something really bothered me, it's worth sitting and writing a paragraph about what was wrong with it. And again, I very rarely will rate something that low, but if I'm going to rate it that low, I'm going to tell you exactly what was wrong with it. to do the drive by 1 star, it feels kind of fake. It feels like somebody was just wanted to get you, and if they couldn't be bothered to tell you what was wrong with it, then they you know, I'm not impressed. I'm not going to take that seriously. So I don't like the drive by 1 star. The 5-star rating with no review is confusing to me. I don't think it's harmful. I don't think it's malicious. Obviously, it's very beneficial, but it's weird to me that you would like a book enough to rate it 5 stars and not, like I said, even a line like funniest book I've read since Discworld. Great action. Go read this book. Something like that, just to give a hint about what your favorite thing was. When I was in writers group, one of my first writers group years ago, one of the things that we talked about with critiques was always put in it your favorite thing and your least favorite thing in a critique. Because you could always find something to like and something that could be improved on. And that is useful. Just a general, yeah, it was good, or no, it was terrible. That doesn't give you anywhere to aim. So, in short, that's the value of reviews. And those are some pointers that will help you be a little better at reviewing, give a little more useful information both to the author and to the potential reader. And that's what I got for you today. So, thank you for putting up with my rant. If you enjoy this kind of content, if you enjoy being told how you should write your reviews and how you should feel about things, and I guess like this video, subscribe to the channel. I generally post new content on Tuesdays. And again, thanks for bearing with me. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.